Question. You have been asked to purchase a machine and you have to choose between machine A or machine B. Each machine costs 1 million and the cost of capital for the firm is 8%. The expected end of year cash inflows are as follows. Please take note one thing, the rate worded end of the year. So you gotta take note of this. Please take note of this. This is important. Okay, because this will determine your timeline and your workings and answers. If the question is phrased at the beginning, your working and answers will be very different. Calculate each machine's net present value. Machine A. This is timeline for machine A. The end of year cash flow are as follows. Please take note, this is the end of year. Let's draw a timeline. This is how the cash flows will look like. And we have to find PV. This is the area where many students make careless mistake, so please pay attention. For my experience of marking past year papers, tests and exams, many students confuse about N. They fail to understand and apply N, so please apply it correctly. So for the first year, the cash flow is 600k. The N is 1 because it discount back one period, 1 year. So from FV1 to PV, you discounted by 1 year. Okay, whereas for K, 8% will be used, be consistent for all the 5 cash flow inflows. K goes to 8 consistently for all of them. It's the same. The present value is basically your cash inflow times your PVIF. So you do the same to the rest. For the second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Take note of N. Okay. In this situation, the N is simple. It seems I followed it exactly here because you simply discount back according to discount back to PV. So the second year, discount back by 2 years. Third year, discount back by 3 years. Fourth year, discount back 4 years. And the fifth year, discount back 5 years. In this situation, only apply this situation. So this is very important that you read the question carefully. And it's strongly recommend you to draw the timeline. Okay, so that you understand and to avoid careless mistake. Next, you add all the present value up. Okay, you get this figure. This is a sum of all the total present value. Less the initial investments. And you have a net present value. Machine B. These are the cash inflows for machine B. The expected end of year cash inflow are as follows. Highlight to you, you need to take note of this end of the year. Not beginning, but at the end of the year. This is the timeline. There are cash inflows. Take note, all the figures are equal. So this is the annuity. And there's an empty one in the beginning of the period. So this is an ordinary annuity. We have to find PVA here. We use the formula. Substitute the figures in. Refer to the table. From the table, we know the interest factor, Substitute the figures in, and you get the PVA. Let's find the net present value for machine B. NPV B equals to PVA minus initial investment. Substitute the figures in, and this is the NPV. Calculate each machine's payback period. Cash inflow from first 2 years. 600k plus 350 gives you 950k. Remaining amount to recover the initial investment. The initial investment is 1 million. You minus off the 950, left with 50k. So the duration remaining to recover the remaining 50k simply is 50 divided by 200k. 200k is taken from year 3. So the payback period is simply 2 plus 0.2, give you 2.25 years. Machine B. The payback period simply equals to initial investment divided by PMT. Substitute the figures in and get the answer, the payback period. For the calculation is more simple than the previous one because this has an equal payment throughout. Simply this is the annuity. Then you can use this formula to calculate the payback period. Assuming that the firm's maximum cut-off period, payback period is 3 years, which machine is preferred? Give one reason to support your answer. Machine A is preferred. Reason? Its payback period is shorter or within the firm's maximum cut-off period of 3 years. These 3 disadvantages of using the payback period technique. 3 disadvantages of the payback period technique. The cutoff period is subjectively determined. It fails to take full account of the time value of money. Does not discount cash flows to find present value. It does not recognize cash flows that occur after the payback period. Only consider the risk, not profit. Calculate machines B internal rate of return. Machine B, IRR. Step 1, we find the PVIFA. Okay, for IRR. Use this formula to find the IRR. Substitute the figures in. Okay, we find that this is the interest factor, 3.448. Refer to the table. Okay, we have now unknown K and the interest factor. From the table, you find the figures for K and PVIFA. Step 2. Use interpolation to find IRR. Use this formula. And find the IRR is 13.82. Based on your calculation in E, Is project B acceptable? Give one reason to support your answer. Project B is acceptable because its IRR is higher than the firm's cost of capital.